Steppin Razor, the art of war. We're there with you next Thursday. Yes, we want to give thanks to be here. You're listening to Linstead Market by Sly and Robbie. Yes, Steppin Razor. Look how me there. I'm out young, but me no see me from him lose. I tell you, hush. I apologize, sir. It's not your flag that's still up there, so no. I am very sorry, sir. Yes. My brain's running water here. Okay, all right. IRFM tribute to Marcus Mosiah Garvey. You know, so it's always a big event. And we know that this year will not be a different when it comes on to the magnitude of it. And this is will be held in IRFM Courtyard on Sunday, August the 19th from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. The day's activities will be aired live on the 107s and IRFM Net. All right, come, my brain's now function, you know. My brain's now function, all right. The day's activities will be aired live on the 107s and IRFM Net and will commence with the Africa Forum Running African. This year's tribute will be held under the theme, Liberate the Minds of Men, and ultimately you will liberate the bodies of men. This year's speakers will be Asian professor, writer, and humanitarian Bayani Bello, and Antiguan ambassador, teacher, and journalist Ross Frank. Oh gosh, I'm a brethren, Ross Frank Tafari. Okay, and you know, so it's an all-day event. Yes, all-day event. When I'm say from 6 to 10, you know, say it gone beyond 10 too. And as usual, we are telling all the people they will come sell. Don't let out the place. You understand? You must can do better than that. Okay, so we're going to continue the journey here because there's so much things happening. So much things. We hear the youth. I can't get him name clear. I get the cake. The 19-year-old Mbappe. Yeah, Mbappe. I don't want to sound like Vegas, you know. So correct me, do. And I will take the correction. I don't say like Vegas, we don't take correction. I will take correction. You understand? Yeah. So it's Mbappe, right? Mbappe. Okay. 19-year-old. Very. A Cameroon him come from, don't it? Yeah. No, Cameroon him come from. Yeah. All right. So the youth say, he must give all him earnings. You hear about that? He must give all him earnings when him earn for the World Cup to him charity them in France. And him did also pay 25 students ticket for go to Russia go watch the World Cup. Mbappe, yes, from Cameroon. Him get 25 student airfare and thing for go to the World Cup. So the youth say, sure, playing for France is enough for him. Him not forget pay for play for France. So I'm going to take the $500,000 and get to the charity, which is really something else. Once again, we say, because it's weird with the immigration thing, migration of Africans from Africa to these places, we don't want to accept them. You know, France and Italy and all these places don't want to accept migrants because they say them is a burden for the country. Yet still it's these same migrants and migrants picnic come out to be a whole different ball game in these countries. One cannot forget the brethren will climb on top of the building to save the little picnic. Remember? It was illegal alien in there, you know. And from him hold the picnic, you know. Him become a citizen of France right away, you know. It's amazing, don't it? One little deed and you have citizen of France. The thing with French colonies is that the black people them see themselves as French. If you go to Guadeloupe, especially Guadeloupe, Martinique, differently from the Asian them who develop them own language, own French language, like how we develop our own English. We call it Jamaican dialect, right? Where English people can understand. It's the same way Asians talk a certain way, and people from Guadeloupe can understand them, even though Guadeloupe is a French-speaking colony. But the thing is that anytime, differently from the British colonies, the British colonies don't accept you as British. In many ways. And you have felt like a force with the British. But the French colonies, them from you is a colony from France, France. You are French. And most black people say them is French. Differently from other colonies, like the Portuguese colonies, them. You know, people in a Mozambique, those say them is Portuguese. You know, people in a certain other colonies, those say them is the country of the colonized, the master, them say. But really and truly, these migrants is playing a very important part in how these people who colonize them view the whole situation with them. Because some of them are Muslim too, you know. Some of the football players are Muslim, you know. And you must recognize that is a no-no, you know. Yet still, it is not taken into account when you win game for the country. You could have Muslim and you could have gay, you could have wrong, left, right, or happy or joyful. You win the World Cup, you're French. You're not like you're African again, you're French. You understand? So we have to recognize how these people work on things, but it's still a racist country. France is one of the most racist countries them in the world. Them go on like, through them claims the black people who get colonized by them is French. You know, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. So that is one of the things them we did really want to say, because we see some people that jump up out the place about Africa win the World Cup. Young, what them kind of fools is that? Eh? Because some of the African, some of the players them on the team is African. Them say African win the World Cup. Africa don't win the World Cup, right? France win the World Cup. So anytime we did a cut sugar cane and I send go England. I don't make money for them. We know we must call ourselves English because we make money for them. The youth them make money for themselves. It don't matter about the same little youth, you know, it's one of the biggest, $100 million, what may I say dollar? Euro. I don't know if you hear about it. 100 million euro in value, you know, in worth is 19 years old, you know. $100 million, you know, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? If the African, which African, if they want to be African again, African what? African have not for half five again, I'm French. If I'm French. But we must not lose. We must focus. We must focus. Africa did not win the World Cup. It's France win the World Cup. These youth was playing for France, and next year they might be playing for Germany, and the next year them go to play for Madrid and all these things. Not true, sir? Depending on how you can buy them. It's a buy and sell thing.
No, not with the countries, with the club.
With the club them you talk about. The club them, like Madrid and Liverpool and all them things, Barcelona. The same little youth, the man could say, all right, he might get 100 for the country. And I know the country might get it for. It's for
club in value at the club.
Yeah. So when I say, no, a guy could have come from Spain, I find 200 million.
That is exactly what happened.
Yeah, 200 million. So it's a buy and sell thing. Who can work the best? Put you on the action block. Bid. Do I hear for right for 100? Do I hear coming going one, going to sold to the highest bidder, 200 million. Slavery is still in effect. The slave bill a grind, but it a grind slow, but it a grind still. But we happy for them. We happy for them youth there because it show you say no matter what them do, African people can progress. You know I hear a man say them thief for gold, big lump sum, but now them a take it back piece by gold cup. Click. Yeah, this is the Steppin razor. You know, I don't know how much of you see this. Well, we can't see it, just also have to make you hear it. I think it's one of the most unique thing I've ever seen done to a Jamaican and a Jamaican artist song. Now, there's a initiative named Tower of David. I don't know how much people know Tower of David in Israel, but the initiative is this this man, this brethren, gathered up almost 1,000 people, Jews, Muslims and Christians. 1,000 of them stand up in a square, and they are now performing a song. This is Christians, Muslims, and Jews performing this song. And I'm going to play the song that them choose to perform. Listen to this. I want to stop this tune. I want to stop the tune because if you're not seeing the visual, you might not understand the magnitude of where we're going. Well, you can't imagine. Just imagine almost 1,000 people in a square with candles, and them have a one who direct them, and them take 1 hour. Them take 1 hour to figure out the tune and sing the tune as how you hear it, you know. And it's Muslims, Christians, and Jews stand up there sing this tune here. This is really something else to behold. Bob Marley song. May I tell you?
Good afternoon. I am Natalie Campbell with the local and international headlines. Two St. Catherine sisters were sentenced yesterday for defrauding a law firm over $8 million. Their 35-year-old accountant Tamara Goldburn and her sister Chantal Thompson of Portmore, St. Catherine. Goldburn was given a 6-month custodial sentence for larceny as a servant and 9 months imprisonment, suspended for 24 months on each of the 5 counts of conspiracy. Thompson was given 9 months imprisonment, suspended for 24 months. They were sentenced by Parish Judge Tara Reid Carr, who told the sisters that their pleading guilty and making restitution had helped their cause. Between July and November 2016, Goldburn was employed as an accountant at a law firm in Spanish Town. She wrote a number of checks, endorsed them in clients' names, and fraudulently signed them. Goldburn then conspired with Thompson to encash them. An irregularity with one of the transactions led the bank to contact the law firm, and the fraud was uncovered. A body believed to be that of 24-year-old Andre Mead, otherwise called Carrot, of Delacree Lane, Kingston 11, was discovered along Marcus Garvey Drive, Kingston, yesterday. Reports from the Denhamton police that about 11 a.m., fishermen saw the body afloat and summoned them. On their arrival, the body was retrieved, and it was observed that the head had been severed. In news overseas, French prosecutors are investigating a senior presidential aide who attacked protesters in Paris while wearing a police visor. Alexandre Benalla, an assistant to President Emmanuel Macron's chief of staff, was filmed targeting a woman and a man during May Day protests. The BBC states that he was caught in video by a student activist and left the scene once challenged on camera. He was identified from the video by French newspaper. Finally, the UK's new Brexit secretary has offered to meet European Union chief Michel Barnier throughout August to intensify talks and get some energy into them. Dominic Raab said his first meeting with the EU's chief negotiator in Brussels had been constructive. He replaced David Davis, who quit in protest at Theresa May's trade policy. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news next at 5:45. From the IRFM newsroom, I am Natalie Campbell.
This is a Steppin razor. We just introduced you to something big a while ago, and we was just watching the live feed of it on the internet a while ago. For those of you who want to see it, you may just put One Love Bob Marley, Tower of David. I think you can just do that. Just put One Love Bob Marley, Tower of David, and you'll be able to see that spectacular thing that happened there in Jerusalem. A serious thing. Bob Marley, may I tell you, I don't know how much people know it, but them put what them call it, cassette, DVD, a DVD them call it. We don't remember these things, DVD. You know, the one that look like cassette, big cassette, like. You remember where you used to push it and you play and play? DVD cassette?
No, man, cassette.
Cassette. Mm-hmm. So where the one where, no, the video cassette. A video cassette, them call it DVD, them call it. What them call it? No, if me not remember it, me go vex you know, me go mad you know, trust me. Them have a name for it, man. Two people can't treat, only go like say me are the old people inside us. If them have a name for it, what name? The whole time one where you put it on your big, the color them will tell me. You have what cassette? Because you have audio cassette and video cassette. It's a video cassette then. It never have a name. What name, Nicholas? This is something you use to put in your big cassette player for watch movie. What name?
VHS.
Ah, see, sure. Them old people, them are going to let me hold in a VHS. It's something name, man. VHS. Yeah, see, they have VHS, which a cassette. Then you have cassette, audio cassette where we used to play it all. And you have VHS. Yeah, VHS me attack. Anyway, them put a performance. Listen to this now. Them put a performance of Bob Marley in a satellite, a rocket, and send it up in the air. And that will not come back to Earth until 1,000 years from now. A performance with Bob Marley. So can you imagine now, 1,000 years from now, when people see that? Maybe them never have none for play it. And maybe them so advanced that them can just see where they pan it without playing it. And see this funny looking creature. I sing these funny things like maybe all them days they don't have no music neither. Can you imagine that? So it gone far. Yeah, a performance of Bob Marley is in the galaxies, moving around. A performance of Bob Marley. So when you hear this, what we just played a while ago, it extends itself to a whole heap of other things. That you have one of the three major Western religions in a Jerusalem are sing a Jamaican artist song. How much artists today in the dancehall genre will be able to say that their song was performed by many people in different languages. It's amazing. Bob Marley live. This is the Steppin razor. So some catch your eye in the newspaper. I'm want the people them listen to. In the newspaper, I'm want the people them listen to this. This is also amazing. The headline say, more children dying on weekends. The day when more children die is on Sunday, Saturday and Wednesday, I think them say. But it say, research is showing that most children suffer from accidents on the weekends. Well, that's a given, because most of them time them get mad and freaky and go on like them idiot. The findings are contained in the Child Road Safety Assessment Jamaica report published by the Jamaica National Foundation in collaboration with the United Nations Children Fund, that is UNICEF, and which was launched yesterday at the regional headquarters of the University of the West Indies in Mona, St. Andrew. So we're not talking about a foreign news, that's all. We're talking about a local news. Dr. Earl Bailey, lead researcher, pointed to the findings which show that between the period 2012 and 2017, there were 86 fatalities on Saturday and 91 on Sunday. This was followed by Wednesday, which recorded 70, Monday 69, Thursday 60, while Tuesday had 55. Now we can understand the argument about people dying on the weekends, young people. But here I know. You know why Sunday is the highest rate? Because that is when them come from party. When Sunday night done, when Saturday night done, Sunday, them come from party. It's a serious thing. We want to come back to this because we say the catch bat is up our way. Listen up, special pot try is up next. But meanwhile, it not come. We can't say something else, yes. BAYSEE, a senior lecturer at the University of Technology, indicated that a factor that would have contributed to the increase on weekends was that children tend to display a more polished and conservative behavior in school uniform than when they were in plain clothes. That means it's a schizophrenic thing with children. When them in them school uniform, them go on tighty and sweet and nice. And when them take off that uniform and put on them thing, raga, reggae, and all these things are going on. So we want to come back to the article, because we don't want, have to cut it in a sentence. Okay. So we're going to go back to this article, because I find it very interesting. Weekend, Sunday is the most death. And I am surmising that the reason for that is because that is when them coming from them party and drunk and disorderly. Anyway, BAYSEE, a senior lecturer at the University of Technology, indicated that a factor that would have contributed to the increase on weekends was that children tended to display more polished and conservative behavior in school uniforms than when they were in plain clothes. Quote, you find that when students are out of uniform, they tend to assume more adult-like behaviors. As such, the care they take while in uniform doesn't necessarily translate to the care they take when out of uniform. Unquote. He reasoned, quote, they are also less visible out of uniform to drivers as children. So, for example, a sixth farmer in jeans and t-shirt to a driver is not a child compared to when he or she is wearing uniform. We must make sure mama wear a uniform all the while. They put on a RF uniform all the while. That the driver them don't trouble her. He further explained, we have higher rates of fatalities also on Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays and Mondays. Most of our children take public transportation. When a child leaves school and the child then goes into a public bus, the child must now navigate adult situations and then they have to become a child again. This can affect their psyche and therefore contribute to their vulnerability, he continued. State Minister Floyd Green expressed his gratitude for the research and said that a possible solution to reducing fatalities on the weekend could be to do some additional work in the homes. And him say, I found very interesting the revelation. Most of our fatal accidents where our children are happening on weekends. This matches the recent UNICEF U report, which said that a number of our children are reported to feeling unsafe on the roads. He added, this is very revealing. One of the parents them listen to that what we just read a while ago. Because we know that sometimes some news just flash past you and you don't ever take notice of it. But the reporter is saying that most of our children die on the weekends, Sundays especially. And if you think clearly about Sundays, you know the possibility why that is possible. That this is the time when the teenage children is coming home after a grand time of some dance or some party that them friend go. And them is driving like say, driving out of style. So take heed. Take heed. Very, very revealing. Click it. Yeah, this is the Steppin razor. We have some things where we take from the newspaper today, and then we do it in a different way, and we want to comment on certain things. So, Running African meets Steppin razor is a very unique thing happening here today. So, Running African meets Steppin razor.
Greetings, Muta. Hotep.
Greetings. Shalom.
Hotep.
Shalom. Hotep. Greeting after Hotep.
I'd just like to say that we're both wearing an ankh.
Yes.
Right, so it's a good meeting. All right, so from the Observer, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced that all members of the cabinet will now be exposed to training in good governance practices as a measure to safeguard against corruption. And I'm quoting from the Prime Minister now.
I believe that I will have to put through my cabinet and make it a standing practice that all members of cabinet are exposed to good governance training and practices. The Prime Minister went on to say that this is to ensure that there is no misunderstanding of the roles, so that they are thoroughly seized of what we need to do to ensure that we are able to fulfill the very mandate that we have set. That is according to Prime Minister Holness.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Can I go now?
Eh?
Can I go now?
If you want to.
All right.
I know you
but
don't want
this
to
is very
leave,
interesting, Muta. No, I don't want to leave you, but this is very interesting, isn't it? I'm just saying, I can't wait to...
You can't stay and hear the comments.
I'm waiting to hear the comments, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No. First of all, I'd like to talk to the Prime Minister. If anybody know the Prime Minister, tell him must come out of the Japanese car, because Japanese car don't have a FM night. I'm going on one of the Payero of them. If you want to borrow my car.
Or use a band expander.
I want him to listen to what I'm saying here. And what he's saying here now is that, first of all, I'm going to put the ministers under a regime here now, which them don't have. So they are not selected because of their ability to govern good. The second thing is that the reason for this argument that the Prime Minister is talking about is because of the Petrojam corruption scandal. Now I want the Prime Minister to know this. Good governance don't have nothing to do with corruption. Bad governance don't have nothing to do with corruption. You can be a good governor and still corrupted. You can be a good governance person and very bad and very corrupted, not corrupted. So the argument about corruption is where we must address. Going through a rigorous good governance regime, it means that at the end of the regime, you're supposed to take a test. Right, Miss?
Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Muta.
So they're supposed them feel.
Well, that's the thing, Muta. I want to throw in one other little thing. You know, this whole thing about corruption in government, you know, can only succeed and continue the way we see it continue in Jamaica with the complicit behavior of the private sector. The private sector.
Yes.
So if you know, there's a saying that behind every corrupt government minister is a corrupt or a more corrupt businessman.
Yeah, because them is turning the wheel. Them is deciding what the government, what attitude the government take towards
and funding election campaign to ensure that you win again.
So this argument that the Prime Minister is giving personally is not something that we should give credence to.
No.
Because he is now admitting that the government is not in good governance, that is one. And he is also saying that if the ministers go through this good governance situation, that means that the corruption will lessen. I don't see how him can associate. It's like them don't want to deal with the corruption in a Petrojam. Why I'm saying this? Because really that is what me I say now, that him don't want to deal with the corruption in a Petrojam. So it's switched now to training. What the hell you going to train them to do that them not already having them consciousness, which is thief?
Amuta, he went on to say, this business of good governance and anti-corruption is a serious matter. It is a wave sweeping across the world, and it is a wave that has swept out governments. I do not intend it to affect our government.
But you just say, I'm going to give them...
But it affect our... I mean, I do not intend it.
Because Petrojam, and they know them accuse a next aspect of the same thing. With the same man,
So, allegedly.
Yeah.
Right? So it's an interesting thing that he's saying it doesn't want it to affect our government. Yes. When our government
is affected by
it's already one of the most corrupt governments anywhere in the world.
The public sector, it has been going on from 2010. He mentioned an argument a couple of weeks ago, so from 2010, this thing has been going on, and do some forensic audit already to find out these things. So I don't understand if him know that from them time there, and he has been in power 2 to 3 times already as a youth. Me I say, oh no, because of a next scandal, we are here now say we are going to train the ministers them. What mean we are going to train the ministers them for do? For don't corrupt. You have to train them for not being corrupt. You can't train them for have good governance because them is not in favor with the people them already. Good governance don't come because you got train. Corruption don't come because you come train some people for how them can rob the money easier.
Yeah,
and don't get away.
And we maintain Muta since it's cutting edge meat running off. Stepping with the Africa Forum. Well, you said running Africa and it's the Africa Forum.
Well, Africa Forum means African running Africa. So right. African stop run now.
No, well, it was runnings. It's still runnings. But Muta,
yeah.
My final thing on this is that, we have heard 1962. We're corrupt before that, and Wasara since the so-called independence,
yes.
Right? So we know what it is. For the Prime Minister to say this now is this is not worth the paper that it's written on. For us, this is a bag of bull.
Sometimes we can't afford.
No, well, I'm going to give you about the paper. I do not intend it for it to affect our government. Our government must be strong. Our government must stand visibly and demonstrably in support of transparency, of good governance, and with a firm stance against corruption. That's just words.
Yes.
That's just words.
Of course.
In action,
yes.
Corruption is supported in Jamaica at many different levels.
Of course.
By the private sector and by many institutions.
Of course.
Yes.
I agree with you. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome,
give you a little penny.
Yes.
Word here. I must say you're looking nice and long time I don't see you. I was wondering if I go and wait till the August 19. The Marcus Garvey thing for see you.
Yeah.
I do understand.
I'm looking forward to working out with you as usual on the Marcus Garvey event. Yeah.
So if I can make them move your office door.
Yeah, to where?
To down here because I'm tired for your work over me,
And you can't
work under you for too much long time. I remember you there, so you was over
I was downstairs, right?
That means I could have did face your direct, but no, I work under you so long now that I forget how you look.
But Muta,
what darkness.
But Muta, remember that in them days the studio used to be upstairs. So it should have been 601.
But me use upstairs too.
Well,
but me want to put your back downstairs. That
well, the managing director is here. Debbie, please to move me nearer to Muta.
Yes, Debbie, we want you to know that. As a matter of fact, me work on a she for long too because she the way over there so
upstairs.
Yeah, a pure woman I work on that. I tell you,
it's not beautiful.
I'm glad still,
Yes, it's beautiful because
it's an institution of many women.
Yes,
the people that work here as women.
There's no and media generally across the world headed by men. See what I want.
That's true, but me feel pressured when so much woman. They on top of me.
You feel pressure.
Anyway, give thanks.
All right.
Give thanks. That is Cabo Mahatiru speaking on the Steppin razor. And this is a serious thing what we are dealing with here, so because it shows it's like the disparity between good governance and what the people them elect. You see, because if to me the Prime Minister at most admit say the country need good governance. He is the head of this company that need good governance, and he's going to send his ministers upon a program. So when you send people upon this program, don't them have to pass tests and all them something there. So I say no, how much of them there? Suppose 10 of them fail the test. Am I going to excommunicate them from the ministry, from the government? Because here is one person who everybody a call because him did call for people get expelled already from the other government. Remember when the whole heap of things are going on and them say the Azan, remember Azan, the man where they have built the whole heap of thing there, them say must spend, and him did leave until the investigations happen. Why is it that this Prime Minister refuse to recognize the cry of most of the organizations them in Jamaica that is set up to deal with these disparities? Why is it that the Prime Minister refuse to let go this man? Because now him take one side of the man and take over film little thing on that side and I say, him a go deal with it. But him need to go to a class for good governance. Good governance don't mean that you're corrupt. The argument is not whether the people them is have good governance. The argument is the corruption that exists in the government, in the public sector, and that is where the police them must investigate. We don't understand that the government is not under no good governance already. But there's a thing that come up now named corruption in the government space. Petrojam and other affiliates. Because now we are here about other affiliates as it relates to corruption, money move and this and that and all sort of things are going on. So me don't understand why the Prime Minister take that stand there now before him talk about calling in the FBI. Him should have called in the FBI to investigate this corruption because it's foreigners tell about it, It's foreigners make we hurry and ball out about it. Said, look at this going on Petrojam, it needs to be investigated. And now we hear say people are give people work where them not qualified for the work and them are get too much bill. You can just imagine you in a work for 3 months, 2 months, and your pay jump $3 million. Give me that job there anytime me qualified. I forgot. Me don't know. Or you get qualified to get $3 million raise a pay in 2 months. Or what kind of qualification you have to have?
Corrupted.
May I tell you? That's why things twist up away now. And this youth, because them claim so we need more youthful thing in our government. I know see the difference between where the older folks them were past 70 and these folks now will say them born after independence. I don't see the difference in them governance. And it is good that we need to really rectify the thing with governance, but it's not governance that is at the end of the matter. The end of the matter is corruption. It's corruption. Governance will have nothing to do with corruption. I can be doing something quite okay here. Good governance, good management. Yet till I scam things around the corner. It's that we are talking about, You can be a good company, CEO of a company, and deep within the company, yes, general things and other things, but when you look on the company, it will run smooth. See, tick it. So me hear a whole heap of big organizations are come out and I say the Prime Minister should relieve this man of him duty as a minister. The NIA, church organization, this, that, all sort of people are come out. I trying to find out now, what is it that this man have on the Prime Minister that so much commissions can be writing letters for sure said this man need to let go. Make the investigation go on, and then if him not guilty, him come back, and that is that. But at all it seems as so now. Make it go, make just the will of the people must be heard. What is it that this Prime Minister have in him intention so much that him don't listen? Him just do him do, and just that is it. And then now have these holy political bring my raw words. I believe that I will have to put through my cabinet and make it a standing practice that all members of cabinet are exposed to good governance, training and practices, so that there's no misunderstanding of the rules, so that they are thoroughly seized at what we need to do to ensure that we are able to fulfill the very mandate that we have set. Good governance practices as measured to safeguard against corruption. Good governance safeguard against corruption. Then look how long the government them corrupt in Jamaica. That means that them is not in tune with good governance. You tell me say it's only organizations that don't have good governance lose money and mismanagement of money. It means like the FLA, the fire, what them call it, firearms licensing authority, they know. Them not have good governance because 7 million bullet missing. And up to now we don't hear about the 7 million bullet. And now we hear to them old one man down at Mandeville say it's alleged that bullet has appear for left to right. Then that means good governance or there so. Good governance in the government. Good governance is not in the government because if the Prime Minister have to go train man, it's like you wait till the ass gone through the gate. So now you hear about corruption and how much money and millions of dollars and whether your minister them is accused of doing certain things. And everybody are called to let him go now. You are going to turn around now, boy, you are going to talk about good governance. Are you admitting that there is not good governance in the government? We really want to figure it out. I mean, we're not so intellectually motivated, politically. But if somebody tell me, say, I'm going to train you good governance practices as measure to safeguard against corruption. And he must say, I'm going to send all I'm cabinet to deal with this. Expose them to good governance. It means you cannot stay in the government and be exposed to good governance. Therefore, you get a different training because there's no good governance in the government. Because if there was good governance in the government, according to what the Prime Minister said, you wouldn't have no corruption. But it cannot be like that. It cannot be so. Because you can't have bad governance and there's no corruption. You can't have a company where you go down the drain, you know, and it's not because it's corruption, you know. A whole heap of things can make a company go down the drain, you know. Market, the market things, the things them not sell enough, them where the people sick and some people dead and all of it. It no mean say because there's bad governance, it's corruption make the company go down. It no mean say because it's just good governance, it means no corruption or there. So you have to say the police force needs some good governance. Because there's so much corruption in the police force. Look how much police are get old now. For how much crimes and you about the police where them old that if you are rob. I can't believe say I hear them think they want to use the Rasta. Police are rob people in a car. A stick up car and I rob them. Police are do that, you know. So you have to say the police force need to go get a training in good governance. The police need, tell me which public sector, because the Prime Minister don't admit, say corruption is widespread. Me hear him say it is widespread in the public sector. That means that all of the public sectors need to have some form of good governance practices. And you tell me said none of the private sector, none of the public sector organization is not running on good governance. Because if you follow the logics of it, it means say if there's no good governance, that's why you have so much corruption. And if you admit that there's corruption in all the public sectors, that means that the government is part of that corruption. And none of them don't want to admit it. There's corruption in the government. A lot of these people is corrupted. What is corruption? Corruption is thief. Simple. It involves money. When people corrupt, it involves money. It's either you not pay certain thing, or you pay too much for certain thing, or you're supposed to pay certain thing, or you don't pay the certain thing. That is corruption. And if the Prime Minister is saying that he need the ministers them for go there, it means the government is not good governance. Because when you have man who are a farmer, have been Minister of Agriculture, when you have man who is not doctor, medical doctor, and he is Minister of Health, all of these things me think upon, you know. Me don't know if me one think that way, don't know. Me feel say the Minister of Agriculture should have know about farming. Me think so. In my mind of art of arts. Me think say the Minister of Health should I be a medical doctor? That's something I think it, you know. And if you go down the line, you know what I say. Some man can't just come win an election and you put him in another position and I say, well, you go run this thing here. Look here now. Look how much rain a fall since last year till now. And the country ball out now say drought exists and the farmer them down at St. Elizabeth, things are feel it. Them can't get the crop them because rain a fall and breeze a blow and the chicken out a door. And them not have no place for going on. I say, how is it that we have talked so long about storing of water and all these things? And them don't do nothing about it. Nothing. Them don't do about it. The same dam them, about 4 years ago, me talk about this thing here. The dam them need to upgrade. We need to put in more dam. Just like how them have fixed the road, them on a widen road. It is better them make more dam and put in more infrastructure for water than for widen the road them. No, me no business where them get the money from. If a Chinaman give them the money, Chinaman lend them the money in lieu of taking away water. Me don't know. But what I say is that this thing is a major thing. And if no, after so much rain, me actually say me see rain up on me yard, my feet say, me need no ark. Me see so much rain fall on me yard that me I say, wait, this is serious. The amount of rain when me come now and come say, over the year we are going, rain every day, rain and fall. You tell me say all of them water they just gone and see. I just dry up and not become vapor again. But all of the water there. Which part the dam there to store the water? Which part the reservoir there to store the water? No, look here now. Everybody a ball. Because the sun hot like, wow. I mean, the air condition man and the fan man supposed to laugh. I should I in the fan business. Yeah man, because the fan thing now, everybody want a fan. And who can afford air condition? Everybody want air condition. And me I say then, warm to the water. But guess what? Them say in the abundance of water, the fool get thirsty. And it is the abundance of water that took place over the last year, up to last year till now. And now we are ball said drought upon the land. And now them are try put things in place for work the thing. Then them never say it was going to go in place from years ago. Why them not listen to what we are saying? We are saying that we need a policy, just like we need a policy on crime. Them not no policy on crime. The Prime Minister come out and show you how so and the thing is working because this, because that and all them thing there. All right, we see the crime gone down and all them thing there, but what happened? Crime, I could not say that crime, I mean, man are dead every day still from gunshot, you know. It's not supposed to happen that way, you know, but him can sell with that. Just like when him sell about the door open. We can't leave the door open. Remember them sell the people them that, you know. And the people them suck that in, you know. Now them come and stand up again in a parliament and I tell you how this, well, the crime rate gone down 60% in Mobile, like say Mobile is the whole of Jamaica, this and that, and all the crime intervention, and them make road in a CLM, and them set up brickwork. Them thing there's your government supposed to do without any organization named Zozo. You're not supposed to have a special thing happen for road. That means that now them could have built it all the while. Because if them have to put that in place, let's vote them and look then. If this happen in a CLM in less than a year, I can't tell me the Prime Minister get up and attack in a parliament. It's like, wow. May I tell you, CLM supposed to look like a palace now. Then how it never happened before. Look what going on in Westmoreland. Them kill 7 people in Westmoreland. And between the killing of the people them and less than a month, you know how much criminal them all? Them never call a state of emergency down there. Them never call a state of emergency down there, you know. And every day you hear them all a criminal, them all this, them all that, them all that. One man, the criminal get shot and all the time. I say, wow, how them do that? How 7 people invoke so much anxiety in the people them that them could have got there now, go create tension amongst the criminal them, catch some of them, kill some of them, arrest some of them and all these things. How is it that a man got boast for something where them elect him to do in the first place. Why me must praise a man because him do the work where me I get paid him for do? Me must cuss him when him not do the work. Me can't go say, boy, Ray. Unless me go give a raise up here. Me don't want nobody praise me in a no job if him not give me a raise up here, you know. Give me a raise up here for show me say me I do a good job. And when me not do a good job, you say, boy, Muta, how you deal with? You know, to say the thing a flap and the thing a flap. You understand? So these people get up in a parliament and I tell you, say, well, you know, the murder rate gone down 60%. We have built, and you know, the thing when me hear him say, and I'm going to emphasize it, that there's a company that looking some workers, and they need 400 workers. And guess where they went to look for the workers? In Mount CLM. I mean, really. I mean, wow. Government is there to supply you with amenities that is like water, education, security, and all these things. So why when a man provide you with what is employed to do, he want you to say yes? Because him never did that do it all the while. So now that him do it now, you must say yes. Because other places need it too. And guess what? If certain thing raise up in our next community, you know, so quick them run go to the next community and go do the same thing, you know. So all them never have the money all the while for fix the road. All them never have the money for move the zinc fence them. All them never have the money for make people get them passport and get them enumeration and all that thing. All them never have money all the while to do all these things. And them set a little conclave of things inside a little community now and put it there so now as an example of what can be done if them uncle put them shoulder to the wheel, or if they are, what we call it, savvy in good governance. I don't like, I can't take it. I mean, politicians, I have a little thing about politician and preacher. Politician and preacher, man. Them employed to do a work. And them don't do the work. And them wait till the thing touch rock bottom and then them do the work. And then you must remember, say, but don't really do that. Don't, you see, we fix the road at CLM. You see, we do this. You see, we call. You see, we stop 60% of the shooting we are going. You see, we stop it and everything. It wasn't supposed to exist in the first place. But since it exists and you bring it down, we are say, all right, so Jamaica need fixing. But you don't have the capacity to do it because your ministers are not trained in good governance. Your ministers are not trained in good governance. So now that you are going to train the ministers in good governance, which I am really lauding you for, so I'm glad that you admit that the government is not working under good governance. But I don't know if that will stop the corruption. All this 10%, where these people take, when them get job for you, and when them put them friend in that thing and say, no worry yourself, man. No worry yourself. No worry yourself, man. Me get the contract for you, but you make sure so you give me 10%. How much the contract value? 100 million? 10% of 100 million, 10 million, that you know. 10 million, that you know. That's why I tell you, I get corrupted in there, you know. But I go for no good governance. I don't want no good governance lecture. Because it will prevent me from secure my corruption activities and when I want to get through in life. You understand? Because most of them businessmen, them first money where them get a ganja and cocaine give them money. A whole heap of the man them know where we respect in Jamaica, where you can't look for them and talk to them because you have a certain ilk. A ganja and cocaine give them money. So on the go on like say we don't know that. We know that. Ganja and cocaine give you the first money. Now no come now and I go on this and I go on that. And I say within the level of the thinking too, because we hear them a little data. Where them claims that 20 years ago she get old for drugs, for cocaine. And now them a put it on her and say, boy, I mean, granted, she should have tell them, but me know say, if you go in a company and you tell them which part you live, and then find out they live a certain area, them don't want to get a job. Most people tell them, say, boy, even though you're qualified, you know, if you tell them, say, boy, you want 20 years ago, me did old for cocaine, you know. Them going to say, no, I don't want it, yeah. So more than likely, you don't really want to tell them that. Just like when you don't want to tell them how much time a day you have sex. You don't really want to tell them, so now them go find out now. Them might use that against the woman. You know, see, you know hear about it? Yeah, they might use that against the woman. I mean, she, alright, so she did involve in a cocaine 20 years ago. Since she do that from that time until now, what has she done for you to say now that because she was selling coke or because she didn't involve in a coke or she didn't take coke, it means that boy right now she's not competent to do the work. Maybe she was working under good governance. But just that you have something against her. And the something that you bring up now is that she didn't involve in a cocaine. So I'm telling them man involved in a ganja selling when it's illegal. Ganja is illegal in Jamaica, you know. So if a man come, my brethren, I'm supposed to interview him, I don't know we're going outside, so. I went to the most prestigious affair the other night, Epicon. It is a ganja dispensary that is opening in a marketplace in a Kingston. And believe you me, I stood there and look on this big bud of ganja in a glass case and tears come on my eye. You know why tears come on my eye? Because when I look on the ganja, I remember all of my brethren them will get beat up, go up jail, me go up jail for that. And me I say, but look on it now, it depend expose, it's been paraded. If you look at the place in our brethren, you don't never know say ganja selling there. You understand? Now if me work, you know, would have proud to tell people say, my job is to sell ganja, because that's what them do inside it. So. But guess what? It's legal for them to do that now. It's legal for them to do that. To sell ganja in there. So when me ask the brethren and him father tell me, say, look here, him go to prison for 8 years for ganja. And when him see him son them on the TV, I open this thing here, where the main thrust of it is medical marijuana. Him cry. Given where him did go through for that same herb. And now him say, it come up front now. With all the big guys them there, and the this and the big this and the big that. I mean I say, it's a beautiful sight. And that youth now, why you look Mackenzie, you know, I hope you can get you in a brethren. That brethren now can truly say, when somebody says, so what is your profession? I say, I sell ganja. Who can tell him anything else now? He sell ganja, of course. It's ganja himself. He's one of the most prestigious looking place I know in Jamaica. And they're going to open more, they're going to open more, they're going to open upon the hip strip in a Montego Bay, they're going to go and niggle with it. And they're going to open it because they have license to do it now, and they're going to do it. They're going to plant ganja up in the hill them for really maintain and sustain this whole medical marijuana thing. So I say, oh, you're going to just look upon a person and claim, say, because that's something I'm used to do 25 years. I don't see my take no coke on your work. You don't know if you must sell no coke on your work. And all the thing, and then now bring that up as an issue. You understand? Yet still, somebody who them claim say, them a try to figure out if them really have the qualification for work in a certain situation. And when them dig deep, them find out that the person don't have the qualification. But when you look at them pay slip and them pay bill, them money, we never see them yet. You know, see? So me I wonder, is we are going? Is we are going? Because you're the Prime Minister. You're the Prime Minister now. Because the Prime Minister, well, I don't know that you are. Yeah, all right. Look at here, the Prime Minister said.
This business of good governance and anti-corruption is a serious matter. It is a wave sweeping across the world, and it is a wave that has swept out governments. I do not intend it to affect our government. Our government must be strong. Our government must stand visibly and demonstrably in support of transparency, of good governance, with a firm stance against corruption.
Well, brethren, I agree with you totally, but what I don't agree with you is to say, like, the good governance is here in Jamaica. And you can't now go talk about the whole world now, because that is what them always are doing, you know, say, well, you know, that happened over foreign too. Well, the business, like business we are going over there. So I just saw, I just saw me I work with. You know, see it, when tourists come to Jamaica, I hear one tourist dead. You know, see how quick them jump on it and I try to investigate quick. You understand? Remember the bus to turn over there, so the first thing when them brother call the police when they ask if tourists are involved in the accident. The people are easy, you know. The brother try report say, you want to see a bus crash over long Orchard Road, so, you know, with people in the bus, you know. The first thing them ask him, but tell me something, how much tourists in the bus? Or was tourists in the bus? I mean, all right, you know. You saw the people them stay terrible. Anyway, the hour between 4 and 5 is brought to you by Guinness, made of more. Okay, this is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. We want to remind you that the hour between 4 and 5 is brought to you by Guinness. Okay, so, yeah, I tell you, this idea where we are grappling with here in Jamaica need some serious re-evaluation. May I tell you? Because if you follow these people, you know, you feel say everything with them are do and announce is a sort of thing supposed to go. Because you have some people now question nothing, you know, because if you are GLP, you know, everything what the Prime Minister say, that's what you are saying, and if you are PNP, everything where Peter Phillips say, you just gobble it. But when you really have a critical mind, a critical thinking, when you're not in favor of none of them, all you want is the thing for work properly. And then you realize the thing not working. But every day them get up and say it at work. You know, according to certain statistics, certain things really out of bounds, out of place. Because right now, most of the things that we see happen, the government have nothing to do with it. Most of the things that we see successful, government have nothing to do with it. So we wonder, should we allow the government to really involve in our affairs to the level where we all want them to deal with? But then them get paid for them get paid for involved in our affairs. Them get paid. So if them get paid for involved in our affairs, and we are deciding, it's like a whole heap of we not drink pipe water, but you have to go pay for the water. Granted, saying I'm go drink the water, yeah, use it and do other things. But really and truly, the contradiction come when here them a say something and you are trying to see what them a say, but when you look down on the ground, you not see it. And you say, which part them live? Where them live? The other day I come from Portland. And I say, all right, this is the time now when I have to drive through the gorge. And I tell you, say, me not drive through the gorge again. It have to go be seriously necessary. And just weird thing that me live way up at top there, so where if me I go to Portland, me have to go drive through there. But I have never seen nothing like that in my life. A main thoroughfare where involve connecting the north of Jamaica with the south of Jamaica. And you have to go through all of these things with a car, to go through the sub-brethren and sistering. It's a disgrace. Me can't believe it. Me can't believe it because a long time I never drive through there, you know. I'm going to say, well, I have to drive through there now. And may I tell you, when I tell me, I say, me shall just go back and watch it. No, I just take the highway and come back up and take the long way. And you know, maybe the next time I'm going to do. I'm going to do, you know. I'm going to just drive, go and watch it again. If I come from Poole, I'm just drive, go and watch it. And just take the, because more than, maybe it costs me another hour still. Maybe it's another hour to go, to do the role of that. But really and truly, man, me can't believe it. Then all me hear to them a lot 300 million. Hey, when them did have the election with the two, remember the brother will say, the brother, what name? Don and the other one. we say him now go look for no. Him was a Canadian citizen and him never have the Jamaican citizen. Everybody vex. Don't you hear them? They say them are going to allot $300 million in increments of $100 million. Like them are going to do it 100 million. So it's like you say no, okay. But me not see nothing do up there, so. Me not see nothing do. All them do the other side of the hill there, so. And the only place on the road good is where the Chinese them do. You know, see me I go to my bed and pray at night time now for Chinese take over Jamaica. Yes. Me I go to my bed and pray. Because I don't usually pray. But no, me I go start pray say please make the Chinese take over the place. That me can't able to talk Chinese language and get a Chinese wife. So me have a whole heap of different wives. But Shamara I don't be shall have to, you know, I will share up on the computer shall have. But anyway. We have on the line here the general manager of Chris and Charles. Chris and Cool back to school. This is a promotion, and we have Miss Carol Budal. Miss Carol Budal on the line here. We're going to talk about this promotion that is taking place. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Muta. How are you?
I am okay. General Manager of Chris and Charles. Eh?
Yes, sir, that is me.
So explain what is Chris and Charles first.
Okay, Chris and Charles is a microfinance institution. We give loans to individuals and to self-employed persons who have their own businesses, and also to small companies that are in need of financing. So we essentially are a lending company.
Oh, you're a lending agency. You're not a bank, right?
No, we are not a bank.
All right. So I see here where you're giving a low interest rate of 11%.
Yes, so we are having a promotion now, Chris and Cool for back to school. You know, Muta, this is the time of year when people start thinking about how they're going to pay school fees and buy books and uniforms and get their children and themselves, those who are going back to school as adults, ready for September. And we have always found that this is a time when we can give back to our customers by way of offering a very attractive special. So we have rates as low as 11% for persons who are already customers of Chris and Charles. And if you are coming back to us as someone who has borrowed from us in the past, you can get rates as low as 14%, and new customers rates as low as 15%.
So tell me something.
We have loans for everyone.
All right, so tell me something. This 11% is because of this promotion as an ongoing thing with Chris and Charles?
It is because of this promotion.
Oh, so what is the normal percentage rate of interest?
Our rates vary depending on who you are employed to. So our lowest rates are offered to government employees, and their rates generally range from the teens to the mid-20s. And for private sector employees, from the low 20s to 30. So this is really a very, very attractive rate that we are offering.
All right, so how that run with the bank? You have any idea what the interest rate banks give on something like this, or you don't know?
Well, banks, they also have rates that are in the low teens and up, also depending on who you are, who you are employed to. But we don't try to compare ourselves to banks, Muta, because we think that we have a value proposition that is different, and we like to focus on not just the rates, but on all the other aspects of our offerings for our customers.
All right, so I ask you now, if I come into the bank now and say, But my children, I have 7 children and them want them go to school and want new this, new that. And I say I want to borrow $100,000. Carry me through the process now that I would go through to get the $100,000.
Okay, well, first of all, just remember, Muta, we are not a bank.
Yes.
Okay, so our requirements and our process is very simple. One of the things that we try to do to differentiate ourselves is to make it very easy for people to access a loan from Chris and Charles. So we have 6 simple requirements. Now, these are standard things that most people have or can easily access. And if you can remember JIP TAP, you'll remember our 6 requirements. Okay. So you need a job letter, an ID, which is a valid government-issued ID, pay slip for the last 2 months, your TRN, address, your proof of address, which is in the form of usually utility bills, bank statements. If you don't have either of those things, a letter from a JP or a hire purchase agreement, and 2 passport-sized photographs. 6 simple things. You come in, and you don't even have to come in, Muta. We offer the greatest convenience to you, so you can send in your documents to us by email, WhatsApp, fax, any means that is available to you. And we will assess your request, assess the documentation that you have provided us, and determine whether you are qualified for what you are requesting. Now, once you are, we will prepare your application, prepare your documents, and have them signed. If you are employed, we would ask you to take a letter to your employer, have them sign it off to say that they will deduct the payments from your salary. You bring that back to us, and we disburse your loan.
All right. You know, when you go to like them give you a certain period of time for pay off your thing, right? So this $100,000 now, if I am worthy of getting it now, what would be like in terms of monthly payback, and how long would I have to take to pay it back? $100,000 matter. We're not about millions of dollars now. Just like a school money thing for send back your picnic at school.
Okay, so what we try to do, Muta, is to design your loan in the best way for you. So for $100,000, we would ordinarily give you up to 3 years to pay that back. But if that is not what you need, let us say you have a different objective and you want to pay it off as quickly as possible. Then we will set it up in such a way that the payments are affordable within the period that you want to pay it back in. But if you need more time, we will give you more time.
So in a 3-month period to pay $100,000, how much you'll have to pay back principal for finish pay that loan? Like, what is it that go on it? How much percentage of that $100,000 would go on it?
Okay, now this is where it becomes a matter of who you are and your particular circumstances. So you remember when we started out, we were talking about an interest rate that applies if you are already a customer of Chris and Charles, if you are coming back to us as someone who has borrowed from us in the past, or if you're brand new to Chris and Charles. So if you're already a customer, we're going to reward you with a very attractive rate. If you're coming back to us, we are going to also give you a nice rate, but it's not going to be as low as the one for the person who is already here with us. And also, the new customer will also get a good rate. Now, for me to tell you what you would pay back, it depends on what rate you are going to be qualified for. And that is also dependent on who you're employed to and how long you take the loan for. So,
well, that's why I'm asking you. If it's $100,000, I give them 3 years to pay it off. I say, let's say we work with IRFM, you know, and $100,000 is a private sector organization that you work with, and you have 3 years to pay it off, you couldn't just use some calculations and tell me like what would be the percentage on the thing.
Okay, so assuming your company now, let us say you're a new person and your company is a government entity, you would be eligible for a rate of,
yes, all right,
I'll say 17%.
17%.
Okay? Per annum. So
Per
if it's
annum.
3 years,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay.
Right, so if it's 3 years,
Yeah.
you will be paying back 51,000 in
17
interest
multiplied
along.
by 3.
Are you hearing me, Muta?
Yes, I said 17 multiplied by 3.
Right.
All right. Suppose you are self-employed. Is the allowance for a self-employed person?
Yes, there is. Our rates for self-employed persons are somewhat higher than the rates that we've been discussing so far because it's just the nature of the business, but loans for self-employed persons tend to be more risky.
Okay.
And of course, you know that the higher the risk, the higher the rate is going to be. So these rates that we're discussing here today,
This one, employed
these are
person.
really for the Chris and Cool promotion. These are really for persons who are employed,
Yeah.
whether in the government or in the private sector. So yes, we give loans to self-employed persons,
Yes.
but the rates are different from what we are discussing here in relation to Chris and Cool.
All right, so tell me about the promotion. Tell me about the promotion now. What it
All right,
entails.
so Muta, Chris and Cool is, as I said to you, an opportunity for us, as we do every year, to give something back to our customers at back to school time. So in addition to the great rates that we've been discussing, we have prizes. Now, Chris and Charles loves to give away things to our customers because we believe in rewarding you for your business. So we are giving away cash prizes. We have a grand prize of $100,000, a second prize of $75,000, and a third prize of $50,000 cash for eligible customers who applied during the period July 1 to August 31 this year. We are also giving away fully stocked school bags to the first 25 people who apply via our website, and that is www.chrisandcharles.com.
Okay.
And we are also allowing our customers who access loans during this period to nominate their child or any child for whom they are a guardian who is a top performer in the 2018 GSAT, CSEC or CAPE examination for a grant. And we'll have an internal committee that will select from amongst the nominations that we have received and award 12 of these applicants, children or the children for whom they are guardians, with a grant of $20,000 each back to school. And we're going to have a big luncheon in September. We're going to have our grand prize winners. We're going to have these 12 lucky students, set them at a luncheon and present them with their prizes.
Okay. Well, it sounds good. We never touch upon the unemployed. If the unemployed is it could be a part of your loan scheme, but...
Boy, Muta, let me tell you, unemployment is really a big problem in Jamaica, and it's something that we wish that we could do something about, and we have to find ways to help unemployed people.
That means you
Unfortunately, one of the main considerations when we are giving a loan is whether or not you will be able to repay it. And unemployed people are at a disadvantage because they have no means to repay a loan. So what we have to do is to encourage those people to
get a job,
to get involved in small businesses if they can't find a job, to put their hand and mind to something and start a little business, and they can come in and talk to us, and we can see how we can assist them with that as well, with financing for their small businesses.
Well, the three of us in here might be coming to you because we are totally unemployed. You might hear on the radio here, but it's almost voluntarily. Okay.
No, Muta, don't say that at all. That's not nice.
Of course, it's not nice. I am saying it too. So, I want to give thanks. Give thanks. Miss Budal,
Yes, sir.
I'm saying give thanks, General Manager of Chris and Charles. I know that I hear, when I hear the name, I've been hearing the name all my life, you know. So when I hear it now, I know what to do.
Now you know what we're about.
Yeah, I never
And
know that
Muta?
I don't do these things. I never know. Believe you me. I tell you the honest truth. I never know. Who's Chris and Charles?
Who is Chris and Charles?
Yeah, who are these people? Them still alive? What happened? Why laugh?
Of course. So, Chris and Charles was founded by Mr. Trevor Hutchinson,
Okay.
and he's still very much our CEO.
Yes.
And the company was named after his 3 children. And they are, well, one of them is currently a part of the business, and
Yes. Okay.
this was really his dream,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
and this dream has become so big, so much bigger than where he thought it would have been when he started it. But, you know, we all receive so much gratification
From
from
it,
the fact
yes,
that we are able
yes.
to help so many people every day and every year.
Beautiful.
It's really, really very
It's like Jerry and his
fulfilling.
nephew.
Beg your pardon?
It's like Jerry and his nephew. I even better, like Deno and Geddes.
It started out, yes.
And
it
hardware and
started
lumber.
out similarly.
Yes. Okay, we have to wrap up now. Give thanks. Give thanks.
Okay, just want to remind your listeners, Muta, that if you want to be Chris and Cool for back to school,
Yes.
call Chris and Charles, 876-920-4189.
All right, give thanks. Irie.
Thank you, Muta. Take care.
Yeah, that was interview here with Miss Carol Budal, General Manager of Chris and Charles. Chima. Kechima.
Muta?
Look here.
Yes.
If you say Tony Matt, you're going on Sound Clash tonight.
Yes, I'm going to the Sound Clash tonight.
Tell Tony Mataran say, Muta say, if he make the Japanese them with him again, we're going to throw him off of the boat.
All right.
Yes, tell him exactly
And
what you say.
I'll say that. I'll convey that.
Yeah,
I'll
we're going to
convey
throw him
that,
off
Muta.
of the
So,
boat. I'm doing company again.
in other words, Muta, you're expecting Matterhorn to win.
I don't expect nothing from my time because I'm disappointed me 2 times, 2 years already. But 3 times you're out. 2 times is saying about 3 times you're out. So tell him say don't come
And
on the
people all say-
Jamaica cruise.
People will also say the 3rd time is the charm. So let's see
Well,
what he
let me
does
see, let me
tonight.
see. Yes, okay.
I will festival like a reggae song fest. Who do you think will perhaps stand out on dancehall night? You made mention of Tony Matterhorn for the clash tonight.
Yeah. No, me never say I will stand out, you know. I threaten
But you're just hoping. You're threatening him to do well.
No, me never say I will stand out. Me just threaten him.
To do well.
Yes. Because me threaten him
so-
on the boat, you know, and him disappointment go for cry.
Means Musa, maybe you're going too hard then, man.
No, me not
Go
go too
easy
hard.
with
Me
it,
say
sir.
that 3 times now. You know,
3
say that,
time now,
you know, say that's the reason why I would have come down there tonight. Just
See
to
the
see that
clash.
Sound Clash there. Anyway, you know, say, my Saturday night, what you talk about? Who me I select?
Let's look at Friday night. Which dancehall act you think will stand out?
Buju Banton.
Okay, he's standing strong. December 8th.
No, you know why I say that?
Will be
you know
out.
what? Listen to me. You know why I say that?
Break it down, Musa.
I bet you every one of them DJ will come up there. I go do tribute
I
to
say free
Buju Banton.
Buju. All right.
Because them know him come out, and this is the biggest show before him come out. All of them will come and say, why you let me brethren Buju Banton, you know, and listen to this now. Oh, a father, what is that?
So you think they're going to use it as a ploy also to get a forward?
Yeah, Buju Banton.
And you know what? It's
Cartel
not
too,
an
yes,
uncommon. Yes, they'll say, you know, big up to Cartel as well to
big
get
up
a
Cartel. So
forward.
Buju Banton Cartel for Thursday night, Friday night.
And you know, I can't even have a debate or argue with you because you're very right. It's
But me not
likely
argue.
it will happen.
And you ask me the question, where am I arguing with you for? Where you arguing with you for?
All right.
I know big ear this, you know.
Let's look at
Even though she
Saturday
stand up
night.
beside me, but I know big ear this.
Let's look at Saturday night, Muta. Who you think will stand out on Saturday? You have the likes of Damien Jr., Gong Marley, Beres Hammond, Maxi Priest, Sham, Capleton, not Raging Fire, they pulled out, Jesse Royal, J Boog, Fantan Moja, Kez Namdi.
I bury someone and Damian Marley, you know. Bury someone and Damian Marley.
All right, well.
Them can't go wrong, trust me. With the hype where Damian Marley upon now, and the feelings where the bigger women them have for bury someone, can't go wrong.
Yes, the mature crowd.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Big like you, eh?
Muta, what are you saying?
I'm saying a big woman. Big woman is not a crime
that's
to be
fine.
a big
It's
woman.
fine. No, it's not a crime, Muta.
Okay,
I'm
you
just
can be a
using
fluffy
another
diva
term.
too. But I wasn't talking about fluffy, I was talking about big. Okay.
All right, so anyway, that's
like that big here, though, you know. Watch it.
That's the full 100 in music news for today, Thursday, July 19th.
Yes, Steppin Razor, the art of war. We're there with you. We want to tell you about a sister of ours who passed away, Mama Ayata. Those of you who know Mama Ayata know say it's a sister where, may I tell you, she not shout, she not talk loud, and all these things. And Andrea Davis' mother, we want to tell you about the celebration of life for Mama Ayata at Boone Hall Oasis. Boone Hall Oasis is in Stone Hill, and that's July the 29th at 4 p.m. The dress code is royal, and they are asking you not to wear black. Well, I repeat that. Where they are asking you not to wear black. So this is a celebration of the life for Mama Ayata. And interment will be in 9 Mile, in St. Anne, 9 Mile. So, Sister Ayata, my sister, you know, love her very much. She passed away last week. Okay. We want to remind you that the hour between 4 and 5 is brought to you by Guinness, made of more. IRFM tribute to Marcus Mosiah Garvey. IRFM tribute to Marcus Mosiah Garvey 2018 will be held in the IRFM courtyard on Sunday, August 19 from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. This year's activities will be aired live on the 107s and IRFM net and will commence with the Africa Forum Running African. This year's tribute will be held under the theme, Liberate the Minds of Men, and ultimately you will liberate the bodies of men. This year's speakers will be Asian professor, writer, and humanitarian Bayina Bello, and Antiguan ambassador, teacher, and journalist, my brethren, Ras Frank I, Rastafari. The Nyabingi annual Earth Day celebration for His Imperial Majesty Emperor Selassie will be held at Caspark Center, Firelight, midnight, Sunday, July the 22nd for 7 lights. We want to tell you about there will be a press conference at the University of the West Indies by the Carrigan Benevolent Society. You know, there's some developments that need to be clarified. We are told that the government of the Rastafari brethren them who was involved in the Carrigan $102 million over a period of 3 years, so that's about $30 million a year, to be used either by the individuals or the benevolent society as they choose. We are told that it will be in the what them call the Attorney General, or the Attorney General them call them. Yes, and it will be there for the Rastafari brethren, them and sisters, to use it, whatever that is necessary. Because we know that there are brethren right now that need urgent taken care of. I mean, when we say urgent, we are talking about urgent. And even though it would be in a account that them call, what them call them account again? Oh gosh, man. Anyway, what we are saying is that it can't be just that it in the bank or wherever it is and cannot be drawn until a certain time. When, as we say, since the time the Prime Minister mentioned about the apology, a few of the elders them pass away. And we know that a lot of them here again, we don't know what will happen now. But we know that brethren right now in Montego Bay need urgent medical attention. So we hope that the 1 or the 30 million, which is supposed to be allotted for 1 year, will be given urgently to facilitate the need of these brethren in Montego Bay. We are also getting a understanding that 50 acres of land is offered to the Benevolent Society in Anchovy. I don't know, with good source we hear that from. We hope that the Benevolent Society have heard of it, because we realize that there's certain communication breakdown that is taking place between the government and the brethren them. We are told that 50 acres of land is offered to the Benevolent Society and an office in Anchovy. Anchovy is in St. James. So we're looking forward to hear of this the press conference that will be held at the university. I think it's Monday, I'm not sure, but somebody can call me and tell me when is this press conference by the Benevolent Society that will take place to clarify and clear up a lot of the things them that we're hearing. We saw some of the ones them on the television talking about how the media has been disingenuous, talking, say, that the brethren them refuse the $100 million, which is not true. It's not true. I think what was in discussion is that they must be able to access the funds, and the government must not decide how they use it. Well, I am told that the access of the funds is in tune with what they are saying, and that they are the ones who will decide what the funds is used for in relationship to the Rastafari community. But the 50 acres of land is also on the board. Remember, Rastafari did reject the place down at Chulani where them like the Rast them. And so now there's 50 acres of land in Montego Bay. Sorry, not Montego Bay, Anchovy in St. James. That is there. So we're going to see what is the outcome of that. We plan to go to the conference, the press conference, to hear what is happening there. Okay, so listen up, top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, cash back, drive time, up next. Yes, and this is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. We want to remind you that hour between 5 and 6 is brought to you by Flow. Enjoy the giggiest prepaid mobile data value. Gig up yourself today. We are told that the press conference by the Carl Garn Benevolent Society gone. Monday it gone already. So we want to apologize for that, because we didn't want to go. I guess because I wasn't here now, I see this email late then. And that, you know, true, whenever there, I see the email late. But we want to, next week we want to talk to the Benevolent Society, you know, to find out exactly what is happening, because, you know, we are told about the 100 million, and we know that them have put it somewhere where, you know, depends on how long it's going to delay. But we are told also that it is there to be accessed by either individuals or the Benevolent Society to do what they want to do with it. And we are also told about this 50 acre land. That would be nice. That would be really nice, because we know a whole heap of brethren don't have mobile that we can farm, you know. You know, I mean, really farm. And because it's a Rastafari Benevolent Society, maybe we can get a license if you even use 2-year kite and plant some ganja. I am very serious about it. can plant, if it's even 2 year cold type of ganja and the rest in some food and maybe build up something. I don't know. But it's up to the benevolent Rastafari bridging them to deal with it. But you know, say the 23rd of July is Emperor Haile Selassie Earth Day, and Rastafari all over the world celebrate that day. It's the most auspicious day in Rastafari. This is the day in 1892, July the 23rd, Emperor Haile Selassie was born. And Rastafari grew out of that man's life. And we are still here now struggling for the liberation of African people. Because truly, when Leonard Howell spoke of Haile Selassie, he saw that it was necessary for something to arise to fight against white supremacy and colonialism. Thus, Rastafari, the Rastafari movement. I will give thanks that most of my life is spent in the movement, being part of the movement.
Yeah, Taylor Muta.
Hi,
Dr. O'Connor, your old friend. How are you doing?
all right, man.
Yeah, you really touch a nerve when you talk about the Emperor's birthday coming up and the fight against colonialism and the whole foundation of Rastafari and what the deal is about, black power and getting black people, moving in a way that we're looking after ourselves,
Yes,
not being looked after by some colonial power.
yes.
Right now, the Queen is over every institution in Jamaica. The government, the university. What else is she over? She's over the court system. Everything you have to swear to the Queen. Although we're independent Jamaica.
Yes.
Munta,
Man,
after about the princes were asked, when I was asked to bring Prince Ermias, their Imperial Highnesses here in '97, I realized that the only institution that can organize all black people worldwide is the Ethiopian monarchy. What do you say about that?
I mean, the Ethiopian monarchy is not presently intact.
Yes, but the Crown Council is. You aware of who the Crown Council is?
If I know about the Crown Council?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I know about the Crown Council. I know about the Crown Council.
So isn't that the monarchy represented there?
I don't know if it represents where Rastafari are deal with still. Because Rastafari is still all on Haile Selassie. In order to deal with the Crown Council, you have to go like Haile Selassie.
I hold on to Haile Selassie same way.
No, I don't know if you cannot deal with the Crown Council and hold on Haile Selassie same way. Because the Crown Council is a...
We have to move forward.
Yeah, if we have to move forward, Rastafari have to develop a Rastafari cultural initiative, and deal with it. But I don't know if we can go back into the Crown Council to deal with something progressively forward. I don't know how progressively forward that can be if we go back.
Africa unity needs a head, needs a leadership.
Well, we don't say Haile Selassie at the head.
Over all kind of.
But we didn't say Haile Selassie at the head.
There's all kind of, but the only institution that I'm saying that every African nation respects, and every white nation as well, is the Ethiopian monarchy.
Yeah, but not as it is now. There's no Ethiopian monarchy in Ethiopia now, so we can't go deliberate on a crown council that don't exist as a crown council in Ethiopia. I don't know if every African leaders would give credence to that argument to really give over them sovereignty to a crown council that is non-existent as it's supposed to be in Ethiopia.
No, so what we have to do is have a grand council of all the African leaders, including representatives of the royal family, and let's get this thing straightened out and move
and then
forward.
Make them submit to the crown council of Ethiopia.
Right now, they're raping and pillaging Africa while everybody's just don't even know what's happening.
No,
the French are in there digging it out. The British are over there digging it out and taking away the Americans. They're all over there. They want to tell everybody in the West that there's nothing in Africa. Meanwhile, the richest continent has everything.
All right, may I ask you a question?
Yes.
Who going to get all of the the leaders of Africa to sit down with the Crown Council to decide that the Crown Council is
We have an African Union that has its...
Brethren, let me talk, man. You know, let me talk.
Okay.
Me say, who is going to officiate a meeting with all the African leaders in Africa to sit down with the Ethiopian Crown Council to give up them sovereignty or give up them leadership role to the Ethiopian Crown Council?
It's not a matter of giving up. It's a matter of uniting the continent.
But what the Crown Council can do to unite the continent now? No.
Listen, there has to be a consensus. So,
but there won't be any consensus with all the African leaders to give up a leadership role to the Crown Council of Ethiopia.
There has to be a big meeting. We have to sit down.
All right, here we go. Watch out. We have to go. Call the meeting. Yo.
As far as Pan-Africanism and African.
Here we have to, brethren. Call the meeting and then we'll see how much of the leaders them will come. Here, we have to move though. We have to move. All right. Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Call up on the cutting edge. We'll have more time to talk. Steppin razor with up on the last lap, yeah. You know, according to the World Bank, Ethiopia is the fastest growing economy in 2017. You know, the war between Eritrea, that age-old war between Eritrea and Ethiopia has come to an end. We say the two other states are hug up over years from Haile Selassie time until now. That war has been going on. You know, I said last night that I've been to places where Eritrea and if you ever mention Ethiopia to them and Haile Selassie, man, it's like they want to start a war with you. Well, now we see that age-old war has come to an end. We say Donald Trump, who we thought was going to start a war with guns and bombs, is now starting a trade war with also the people them who involved with him, Canada. You know, I mean, him have tariff on $25 billion and China lick him back with $25 billion tariff. But America must remember, say them owe China $1 trillion. So I don't know if you can owe a man $1 trillion and I angle him the way they give him that a lot of the companies them that export to America, it's same American companies. It's American companies go to China because them feel say the benefits for them is easier and work to pay people is the cheap labor in China. So when them lick that in America, they know $25 billion. It going to cause the people in America to pay more for the things that will come from China, which is not necessarily Chinese goods, but it's coming from China. So we're going to watch that. And we say, Ima Olam and Canada there. Canada now back down. This little youth now back down at all. So we're watching all those things too. You know, we always, as youth, here say, heaven paved, the streets of heaven is paved with gold. You ever hear that yet when you're youth? Say, streets of heaven paved with gold. And that appear fire underneath the earth where we're going to burn you up for 1,000 years and all these things. Well, the scientists them know, I say, there's quadrillion tons of diamonds under the earth. You know, say diamond more precious than gold sometime. But, so if heaven, which is a place where people imagine exists, with streets of gold, and this is not something imagined, this is something where it's known that if you dig 100 miles under the earth, you may buck up diamonds. Them say quadrillion tons of diamonds is under the earth. So I don't know. Warm to the hell and brimstone and fire we're supposed to burn you up if you're wicked like young, yeah. You know, say certain people know they are even me no want they do, you know, believe you me. And if certain food no they me no want they, you understand? I don't know if people laugh. Dog or heaven? Eh? You have dog and cat and drunk and all them things like heaven? No. I just hear people go up there. And the music I go play, well, me say them have trumpet players up there still, because them always a blow trumpet. But me wonder if all of these things that people I tell you about after you're dead, because all of these things are supposed to take place after you die. So if you have some people that say, somebody there and say them gone to a better place. Oh, them know that. So this life is not a good place to be. That when you die, you're going to a better place. And a whole lot of people who say that don't want dead, you know. Them don't want dead. So it's just vain imagination. But when I say there's so much diamonds under the earth, now the man them use them, whatsoever scope them use, and find out say quadrillion tons of diamonds under the earth. So where is this hell where you go and go burn and your skin now go burn off, you know? But me want if dogs go to hell. Dogs go to hell and like lizard and, you know, cow and elephant and all this thing. Them know they are hell. I want if them they are heaven. You know, so me used to read Watchtower magazine. You used to see the nice white family with the husband and the wife and the little girl and the little boy and the little dog will look like Lassie. I look up into the sky with this white man that come along out of the sky with him white thing and wing there behind him. I imagination them thing there, you know, not go so, you know. And people are blow trumpet in the sky. Where them get trumpet from? In heaven. Where them get them make instruments in heaven? So if trumpet up there, you have piano and guitar and all them something there. Rock concert and all them something there, reggae concert. Like when you hear Bob Marley song turn into some serious orchestration, what them call it, organized. I mean, it's a serious thing. So I really want to know if lion are going dead and, you know, you're going to play with the lions, them and the sheep, them and people are going to eat them up there. People eat meat in heaven. I don't know. I just ask this question because I'm naive to this. I never go to heaven yet. I don't know nobody will go to heaven. But people who have the experience, I don't know where them get the experience from. Like the preacher man, where I preach it every day. Can him call and tell me if people eat meat in heaven? Or in a hell, if you are burned for so long, if you're going to eat anything. Like you get up this morning and you never get up. You just awake for 1,000 years. And you just burn, so your flesh now burn. It's a compassionate God that do these things still, you know. Somebody who is loving and kind and honest and generous. Go and make you burn. But not go so. Not go so. It's a trick, them trick with a whole year tell a long time, them tell you that, a joke business. Nobody don't know what happened when you're dead. And when you're dead, it's about better life. Say, boy, right now you're gone to a better place. What the hell is that? Me love my life. I love the people them who me know in this life. So all you have to do is just do right and do the best you can. And that will take care of itself. You know, if you have fret about this and that, and if you're baptized in a water, baptized in a water will take away sin. Or water will take away sin. For brother, every day me baptize. Me will need a person to dip me in a water, and him could need baptizing too. Him could need for drown too. Yes. Anyway. And more words better again. Alright, click it. Oh, all right. The hour between 5 and 6 is brought to you by Floor. Enjoy the Gigas prepaid move. Give thanks to Young. Give thanks to Shamara. Give thanks to Princess Black outside. That's all. You know, so give thanks to Vita. Me hungry. We're coming, you know. Yes. Give thanks.